Okay, dude, so we want to spray pigments. There we have green stuff, world, light brown earth. Pigments. We want to spray this through an airbrush. So you don't go too crazy on the pigments, like that much there, which is just like a couple of, then this is the magic stuff. Green stuff, world, Mastermedium. Now I know there's a guy that said paint is just pigments, and that you no, basically turn this into paint. You don't. This stuff actually makes the paint opaque. What did you call it?
Translucent.
Right. If you use normal bottled acrylic paint and you mix it with this stuff, it makes brutal washes because it makes the paint translucent or opaque. I still think it's opaque. Or whatever. For washes, because then you wash it on and this will make the actual pigment in the normal paint collect on all the crevices, and on the flat pieces it will be, you can actually see through it. It's brutal stuff, this. But all right, let me show you how it works. So now you mix the thing that it looks that's more or less the same consistency as your normal paint, okay? It might even be slightly thicker. It will go through the brush. All right, so you have that. Do not put acrylic thinner in it. Rather use more Mastermedium if needs be. All right, so then you gooi it in your brush. Okay, just a little bit there. Now, when it's in there, just close it, pull the trigger, just to mix it some more. Right, now we go. So I painted this with normal Rust-Oleum black primer. It's just, this is a scrap piece. And check on your hand that you actually have flow. And then you start spraying. Now, the beauty with this is it actually moves the pigment over a larger sort of area. So you go like that. You see it's more wet. There's more Mastermedium there than actual paint. Then push your trigger forward that you just have air and dry it. If you are not happy or you want more, you just repeat. Alright, very fine. You can do it like that. Okay, so I'm going to go like with a dusting over this. You will, and this is on black primer. So you will see, pull your brush back, give it more trigger, and without changing the color of the thing, look, pigments are more sort of focused on one area, but this is just to show you that you can do it. All right, and you will dust the whole thing like that, and this is fixed. Once this is dried a bit, you can, there's just no ways you will remove it. It will stay. If you want to go like darker colors, darker, just go over again. Like say that corner I want to do massive dust. Like that. Right. Pull it forward, dry. Just on the brush. Look how quickly it dries as well. Alright. And there is that will dry now, that will go away. That's just wet. And you can do, say you want to run it around the crevice there. Like that, and you want to do a run or two. You see, the nice thing is you've got a hell of a lot of control here, because it's not massive amount of paint that goes on straight away. So if I want to do a streak there's your streak. And this was fairly, not subtle or anything on the brush. This was just nailing it. And there, can you see now? Yes. Oh, see, and there's your streak. Nice thing about this is there's never a hell of an amount of pigment going on. So you've got a lot of control, which is what I just said. Now, I want to show you something else. Just show them how I clean an airbrush. You fucking sit in die watertjies, druk sy tollie toe en druk. Clean! Alright. Green Stuff World also has a pigment that's actually a chrome, or they got oily steel and stuff like that. This is brutal stuff. It's the same thing as your chrome paints, but it goes on duller. It's the weirdest thing. All right, so the powder looks like that. It's a lot of metallic in it. That's your powder. All right, but it's powder. You can see it's powder. All right, now you gooi your Mastermedium in little bits, like that. Mix in. Don't get it on your shirt. Maar mag hom vir my moer. Like that. So it's just mixed. Then vat a airbrush. Gooi klein bietjie. The silence is deafening. Right, now let's leave that side. We'll go this side. This is where I practiced before the video. For if it doesn't work, then I was covered. All right, so metallics. You can either do this now for an aging effect. I normally use this in places where I want to highlight a crevice or a corner or a highlight, basically. On all, you see, you got a hell of a lot of control. This is very little trigger. And you see, you just keep on repeating it until you're happy. That's the beauty with this. You see, you get that sort of effect with, you can do whatever you want. I mean, you can go on the corner there heavy, or you can go the same way you did the rest, but just repeat. It always remains dull. Okay, that sort of thing. If you want to paint with this stuff, and you want to put it on fucking kwai, then you go like that. You can paint with this stuff. I want to do this so I can show you when it's dry that you can't take that off by hand. Okay, let me just pull that on. Let it just dry. Kom ons gee met air. So that's just straight air, just to dry it a little bit. Now my hand is no nut and stuff like that, but that's the effect you get. And with wet fingers, you won't take it off. So this stuff not only seals it in, colorless, but it also makes it sprayable through. This is magic stuff. And don't ask me to get you some now because it's on the next order. It's on the next order. Hey, yeah, it's on the next order. I'll bring a crap load of this again. I sell a crap load of this stuff. It is absolutely magic for washes as well, as I've said before. I'm not going to show you now. I'll show you in another video. If you mix that with normal acrylics from Humbrol or whoever. I haven't tried Humbrol. Humbrol's got a solvent acrylic. Haven't tried that. But Americana, the actual Green Stuff World paint, this stuff is brutal. This is like Vallejo, the same factory. Their inks as well. You mix it with that, with a brush, and you just brush on, say, a thing that's got a lot of, what? Yeah, there's the other side. Check how nice that streak is now that we did there. You see, it takes, it's not, because the problem with weathering is you never want a line which is the problem with a brush when you do it with a brush, because you make streaks and lines. And the moment that there's definition between that line and your normal panel, you have a problem. Then it looks shit. Because dirt doesn't work like that. Dirt spreads and it blends in and it has no line. It's just, it's sort of a seamless transition from your normal dusty color to your heavier dust to your rust to whatever. Yeah, because no, I mean, you've been doing weathering for ages. But that's just to show you that you can do it. All right, okay. Okay, bye.